What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another video, and this will be my Browns Patriots Week 8 recap as the Browns lose 27-13 and they fall to 2-5 on the season. Now, the funny thing about that final score is the fact that if you remember back to my prediction video, I predicted the final score was going to be 28-14 Patriots, and of course, we lost 27-13. So yeah, I was that close to nailing the final score of this game on the head. I came up 1 point short for each team. Wow. How crazy is that? Wow. But yeah, Browns are now 2-5, third place in the AFC North, and it looks like they will be staying there for at least this upcoming week. Because let's face it, the Steelers are not going to lose to the Miami Dolphins tomorrow night. Although if they do, that would be freaking hilarious for two reasons. Reason number one, because the Dolphins would be ruining their tank. And of course, as you know, this Super Tank Bowl, the Tank Bowl of all Tank Bowls, is coming up in December as you have Dolphins and Bungles facing off. And number two, of course, it'd be the Steelers losing to arguably the worst team in the NFL. The only team that can make an argument to that statement is, of course, the Bungles. Yeah, how about that? The Super Tank Bowl is going to be awesome, of course. I would stream that game, but my Browns play the Ravens, and there's no way I'm passing up that stream, man. I am streaming that game for sure. But let's talk about this game against the Patriots, shall we? Now, aside from the turnovers, there were three of them, two of them on consecutive drives by Nick Chubb, both fumbles, of course. One fumble was caused by Joel Bitonio literally kicking the ball inadvertently out of Chubb's hands. And the second one was a big play by the safety who stopped Chubb from scoring. Because let's face it, Jones isn't there to bop the ball out of Chubb's hands. Chubb runs into the end zone and it's a touchdown. And the thing is, the Patriots scored 14 points off of those turnovers that we had. And then, of course, he had the weird shovel pass interception from Baker Mayfield, where he literally handed the ball to Lawrence Guy. So, yeah, those turnovers don't happen. We are leading the game because, you take away those 14 points, it'd be tied. And then you give Chubb that touchdown because he fumbled the ball while he was running. So he doesn't fumble it. He probably scores. Or if anything, he'd be down at like the 2 or whatever. So let's say he runs into the end zone. Boom, we're leading. Who knows what happens after that? But of course, that didn't happen. Chubb fumbled twice. Still had a great game, though. But he fumbled twice. And then, of course, Baker threw that interception. That was the only interception he would throw. And it was just a weird-ass interception. There was a couple that were nearly picked, but luckily they weren't. Odell had a couple catches. Jarvis had a couple catches. We saw Callaway. We even saw Rashard Higgins and Jannard Avery. Wow. How about that? We had a Jannard Avery and a Rashard Higgins sighting tonight. Wow. Something must be happening, because usually those guys don't play, especially Jannard, who's actually active tonight for the first time since week 3. How about that? Something's going to happen. I already know it. They're probably going to get traded. Yeah, if Higgins is not traded, I bet you Callaway will be, all in an effort to get an offensive tackle. And watch us wind up with Nate Solder. Oh, my God. I mean, he is an epic garbage, but with the way he planned and his contract, that's not the best decision to make. Honestly, if we don't get Trent Williams, give me Vitae. Honestly. Unless there's someone else out there. Maybe we strike a deal with our friends from down south for Cordy Glenn. I mean, obviously, that situation ain't getting any better over there. Both record-wise, of course, and the fact that those two low-key hate each other, kind of on some Trent Williams shit. But, man, I honestly don't know what's up with this Browns team right now. Sometimes Freddie Kitchens can be a genius, and other times he can be a supreme dum-dum. He can be a dumbass sometimes. Some of those plays he was calling, like, what? What are you doing? You almost want to put that meme of that dude saying, oh, no, baby, what are you doing? You know? It's like, what are you doing, Freddie? Bro, although the one thing I will say is the one thing he did right, and of course, you know, he had to do this right because if he didn't, it was going to be a long game. He ran Nick Chubb more than like 10 times. Yeah, he ran him a lot. It took him a little while to get him going, but aside from those 2 fumbles, Chubb had a great game. Over 100 yards rushing. Damn. Wish he could have scored, but hey, you know, crap happens. And believe it or not, we actually scored on the Patriots defense. Demetrius Harris scored the touchdown. And I believe now they have, what, 4 defensive touchdowns? They've scored as many touchdowns on defense as they've allowed. The same amount, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Damn. And now they're playing the Ravens next week. Oh, that should be a fun game. We got the Broncos, of course. That should be an interesting one. In Denver. Yep. But Patriots offense hasn't really started clicking yet. They're a very good team on offense. Of course, Tom Brady, Edelman, and company. Receiving core isn't as lethal as it was when the season started. Of course, you know, they had Josh Gordon. They brought in AB. Man, if they had those guys against us, oh, God, they would have blown the doors off of us. No, though, the good news is we had Greedy and Denzel out there, so it wasn't as bad. You know, they actually held their own. If we would have had Money Mitch, who I love, by the way, and Carey, oh, God, they would have bullied TJ Carey. Oh, man. Oh, God, they would have assaulted him. They were bullying our linebackers. They would have done that to TJ Carey, for real. But, you know, pass rush did get to Brady a couple times. Myles Garrett now has 10 sacks on the year, which is very impressive for a guy that gets held almost every play. The dude literally lost his helmet like twice. And, you know, he got held a couple times, I'm pretty sure, and no calls. But, yeah, we do something barely wrong. Flag. And I'm not even going to get into the refs. You know, we all know how the refs usually act in Gillette. They act all different and everything. It's weird, but I'm not going to get into that. You know, I'm not going to be blaming the refs for this loss because we couldn't stop them. You know, they scored, you know, when they had to. They took advantage of opportunities. You know, I mean, the offense couldn't really get going besides Chubb. You know, Baker was throwing like short passes, you know, trying screen passes and everything. You know, easy, you know, high percentage passes. He really wasn't testing them deep. Well, mainly because of the weather. I mean, you're not going to throw a deep bomb in the rain and the high winds. Oh, God, that's all you need. Freaking do that and get it picked off. Yeah, then people will really be coming after him. But, you know, Patriots defense is for real. When that offense starts clicking, teams are in trouble. And by the way, if I'm not mistaken, this is the second closest game the Patriots have had this year. Only behind the Bills game from a couple weeks ago in which the Patriots only won by, 6 points? They damn near lost that game. They could have easily lost that game. And, of course, that was the game where they knocked out Josh Allen. So they were facing Matt Barkley in that game, too. Wow. They almost knocked out Baker. And Jarvis. Damn. I know it was inadvertent, but still, man. Offensive line, for the most part, held their own. I thought they were going to be living in our backfield, and for the most part, they really weren't getting to Baker that much. I mean, they did get to him a couple times, but, you know, it's the way that they are. You know, they be getting you with these crazy packages and stuff on defense. You know, they fool you. Sending guys on stunt blitzes and stuff, man. That's a very good defense. I'd be scared of them if I saw them in the playoffs. But if we do see these guys in the playoffs, one, that would insinuate we make the playoffs. And two, well, that would insinuate, well, we somehow got our act together at some point and, you know, won the division or got in the wild card or whatever. Most likely wild card. But I don't know. I don't know what to expect with this team. You know, same thing goes with the trade deadline coming up. I don't know what to expect. I'm expecting a trade for an offensive tackle, but I don't know what we're going to do. I'm hearing that TJ Carey's on the block. I'm hearing, of course, Higgins and Avery are on the block, possibly Callaway. Those guys could all be gone. I don't know who we're going to bring in. Probably just an offensive tackle, maybe a corner or a receiver. I don't know. I don't know what Dorsey's cooking out there in Berea. You know, I wish I could be a fly on the wall in his office just to see what's going on, but of course I'm not. I'm here. So, yeah, if the Browns do make any moves between now and Tuesday at 4, of course, I'll make a video about it. I'll be streaming on Tuesday from 2 to 4 p.m., you know, doing my little deadline stream like I do pretty much every trade deadline in sports, except for NHL trade deadline, because honestly, no one cares about that. But, yeah, I mean, shout out to the Patriots fans. Of course, Deshaun Parks, Tyson, Butcher's Block, and Patriots Talk, Bobby Montagna, you know, Byron the Pats fan, Minuteman, anyone else out there, freaking Billy Bob, who I barely see nowadays on YouTube. The dude shows his head like one video and then goes MIA for like months on end. It's weird. But yeah, shout out to all the Patriots fans. You guys got one hell of a team. You're still undefeated. Same with the Niners, who absolutely mollywopped the freaking Panthers. Bro. But that's a video for another day. Damn, Niners, y'all be whooping that ass for real, man. Damn. I mean, God, have mercy, man. Damn. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'm Crazy Dog 99. And like I said, I'll see you on Tuesday at 2 for my deadline stream. Hopefully the Browns make a couple moves by then, but we'll see what Dorsey cooks up for us. But until then, I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's go Browns. And I'm out.